everybody, and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. As I said, I was going to be back with a weekly wrap-up, but I'm also picking a new winner again. By the time this video goes up, it will have been about 24 hours since I posted my last video, and Jessica M never got back to me as well for Frozen, so I'm going to have to pick another winner. So I've got a new hat this time. I have my hat, because I think Patrick's wearing his, because I can't find it. So I'm going to pick another number. All the numbers are still in here, but if I pick the same number, I'm just going to trash it. So here we go. Good luck again. The number 4, which is the same one I picked yesterday. So here we go. Let's try this again. Oh, evidence that it was the number 4. Here's the number 4 again. This is the number 6, and there's no 6th person in this. This is really dramatic. Alrighty, let's see. This is the number 2. Okay, so let's go look at paper. Number 2 is Angela Porter. So if you are Angela Porter and you are watching this video, please message me with your address in the next 24 hours, or I will sadly have to try this a 4th time. So please, Angela Porter, please send me your address so I could send you Frozen, because this is getting really, really sad. And because I'm waiting to get this person before I can send this one out, because I want to be able to send them at the same time. So please, please message me. Now on to the wrap-up. I'm going to share with you 4 books, I think. What are the 4 books? Yep. So the first book I'm going to share with you is The Turning by Francine Prose. I was starting this last week. I think I was only like 70 pages in when I talked to you about it. Oops, sorry. And I did not like this book at all. I gave it 1 star. I kind of went into it extremely blind. And I did go into it extremely blind. I knew nothing about it going into it. And it's about this 17-year-old boy, and he is going to this island to babysit these 2 kids for the summer. And the catch is there's no technology, there's no nothing really like on this island. So the book takes place in letter form. He's either writing letters to his girlfriend or he's writing letters to his dad. And every now and then you get to see the letters back from dad and the girlfriend. And honestly, this book was just so dull, so boring. It just, oh my god. And like the twist of what happened just didn't make sense. The boy is 17 and he felt like I was reading a girl's perspective, and he did not seem 17 whatsoever. And just what was going on this island made no sense whatsoever. It just felt like it was a huge waste of time, and I wasted like 3 days on this, or 4 days. I remember because I read like 50 pages the first night, and then I didn't read like anything, and then I read more the next day, and then I finally think I finished it on the 4th day or something. I just had to like power through it and get myself through it. It was not a good one. Not a good one by any means. And the reason I'm showing you them on my iPad is because I went home this weekend, so I brought them home with me. Then I read Vicious Little Darlings by Catherine Easer. I'm trying to do that thing, like I said, where I'm reading every other book. So, like, read a book that I own, read a book that Jen gave me. But I wanted to read 2 in a row that were my books, so I knew I had to read 2 of her books in a row, so I read this one. I was so excited by this cover. I want to say, did I give this 3 stars? Or like 3.5 stars? This book was really confusing for me for a while because I didn't read the synopsis. All I saw on the synopsis was all-girls school, and I was like, yes. But like it didn't really make sense. It follows this one girl, our main character, and she meets 2 other girls when she goes to this college. And I guess it's kind of like about their budding relationship, but it also has like really dark, manipulative twists, and you really don't know who to trust the entire book. And it was interesting because it felt like there was no plot line until maybe like the end. And these girls were really interesting because they were supposed to be 17 but in college. and they seemed like they were like 14 in high school. So that was kind of interesting because like I was excited once I realized it was actually an all-girl college, and I was really looking forward to it. And then it just kind of let me down with the that's not a word. How immature the main characters were. So that was a little frustrating, but it definitely did take some dark twists and dark turns that I didn't see coming. And it was just so hard because you couldn't trust anybody. So like everything that you learned, you had to question, and you didn't know what to like believe. So that was kind of crazy. And the ending seemed a bit abrupt. I don't know. I just wish that there was a little more to the ending as well. If you would like to know more about my thoughts on these books in a more like kind of almost concise manner, I did review them on my new blog, which I'll link down below. I believe it's just Girly Girl Bookworm, or like wordpress.com/Girly Girl Bookworm or something like that. So I will definitely send that down there. And by the way, side note, is WordPress even a good blog? Because I feel like I'm not going to get any views there because I feel like I've actually never heard of WordPress. So you let me know if you know that. And then I was sick on Friday, so I got to stay home and I read Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I didn't read it all in one day, but I was sick, so I decided to just stay home from work that day, and I decided to try to read. And it was interesting because usually I'm really bad at reading while I'm sick. Usually I'm very distracted, but I actually got through like 400 pages of this book that day when I was sick, so that was pretty cool. This is a reread for me. I gave it 5 stars, but it was interesting because I didn't like The Order of the Phoenix when I first read it. I gave that one, like, I thought that was like my least favorite book in the series, and I actually didn't mind this one. I liked this one. But I feel like this time reading, I swapped it. Like, I didn't mind The Order of the Phoenix, and this time I kind of had more problems with this one. Again, so much information on my blog describing that, about what I was feeling in this story. But I did manage to finish it on Sunday. I had like 50 pages left to go by the end of Saturday, but with my surprise party and things like that, I just finished it Sunday morning. So that is that. And then after that, I was so excited. The reason why I had to read 2 and 2 is because I knew I wanted to read Harry Potter, but I also knew I really wanted to get to this. And this is Don't Look Back by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This one's not on my blog yet, but I do plan on finishing that blog post today or maybe tomorrow. I gave this 4.5 stars. I like this better than I liked the Lux series, and I actually really liked the Lux series, but I definitely liked this one better. It's about a girl, and she comes back after being missing for 4 days, and she has no memory whatsoever of like her entire life. Like, she doesn't even remember her name. And she finds out that she was actually lost with her best friend, and the best friend is still missing. And she wants to try to like get her memories back to find out what happened. And I just liked the twists and turns that it took because, again, you almost didn't know what to trust, who to trust. Like, I probably doubted everybody at least once in the story, I feel like. So that was crazy. The one downside, which lost the half a star, was it did get kind of slow at one point. Like, I remember being like, how is there still like 200 more pages left or something like that, or like 100 more pages, because I felt like it should have been wrapped up a little bit sooner, because it was like we were still getting information, but I felt like it was being dragged out, which is crazy because it's still kind of a short book, but I felt like it could have been wrapped up a little bit sooner. But I did really, really enjoy this, and I loved this like thriller-esque-ness to it. So I'm really glad that I finally gave this book a chance, because I didn't want to give this book a chance for like the longest time. And I finally was like, suck it up, buy it, read it, and it's definitely up my alley. So I was really excited for it, especially because I did go into this one as well blind. I didn't know anything about the synopsis. I just knew I heard it was creepy and I had to read it. And the last book is the book that I'm currently reading. I'm only 15 pages in, but I thought I would share it with you. And that is The Merciless by Danielle Vega. I'm super, super scared of this book. I even was just watching Cassidy Von Shea this morning, and she said that this book, and not this morning, last night, and she was saying that this book is really scary, and like if you get scared easily or have nightmares, this is going to be a bad book for you. So I'm really scared. I'm hoping to kind of just like devour it tonight, which probably won't happen, but I would like to read it in one sitting. because if I get scared, I'd rather be scared all at once than scared like for days. So we shall see. So that is what I have to share with you. So if your name is Angela Porter, message me about that book with your address and your name, please. And then if you have any thoughts about any